Turning now to the mysterious death of a Mississippi teen. The body of Nolan Xavier Wells was recovered on Monday, days after he vanished during a boat trip with his friends to an island off of Mississippi.
Imagine you're celebrating the 4th of July with your friends. You spend the day on a beautiful island, you're laughing, swimming, taking pictures, and somehow everyone goes home, except you. 2 days later, your body's discovered. Now your family says the official story doesn't make sense. They believe critical questions still haven't been answered. This is the Nolan Wells case. What's going on, guys? It's Crest and we're back with another video. Today is going to be a more serious video because we're going to be talking about the Nolan Wells case. Who exactly was Nolan Wells? Nolan Xavier Wells was just 18 years old. Nolan had just recently graduated from high school in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, and was beginning his football career in college as a wide receiver at Southwest Mississippi Community College. Nolan's friends described him as outgoing, hardworking, and someone who always tried to bring people together. His parents said that football wasn't just a hobby to Nolan, it was his dream. He hoped to eventually play D1 football and continue building a future for himself. But instead, everything changed on 4th of July weekend.
What was supposed to be a boat party with friends celebrating the 4th of July has turned into a mystery, making national headlines.
Now to the urgent search for answers in the death of Nolan Wells.
This is a horrifying story because our hearts go out to the family of 18-year-old Nolan Wells.
The body of 18-year-old college football player Nolan Wells found off the coast of Mississippi early Monday morning.
The trip to Horn Island. On 4th of July weekend, Nolan decided to go with his friends on a boat to Horn Island. Horn Island sits roughly 10 miles from Mississippi's Gulf Coast. It's primarily known for beach parties, boating, and 4th of July celebrations. Dozens, sometimes hundreds of people travel there for holiday weekends. According to investigators, Nolan spent the day enjoying the island with his friends. At some point that afternoon, the group prepared to leave. This is where the timeline begins to get complicated. Authorities say that witness interviews said that Nolan decided to stay behind by himself with people he did not know because he was going to be able to catch another boat back to mainland later. But his family does not believe that's exactly what happened. They say Nolan was responsible and he was safety conscious. His family was questioning why would he decided to stay on an island, stranded, uncertain of how he's going to get back home. The missing person report. As the evening went on, Nolan never returned home. His mother eventually learned that he hadn't returned back with the group, so she reported him missing. Soon, multiple agencies have launched a massive search for Nolan. The Coast Guard, Jackson County Sheriff's Office, park rangers, volunteers, search helicopters, boats, everyone began looking around Horn Island for Nolan. When something like this happens and the community comes together like this, it's honestly amazing. I just wish it could have been a better result. Everyone began looking around Horn Island and the surrounding waters. For nearly 2 days, his family had waited for Nolan to return back home, hoping he'd be somehow found alive. Instead, on July 6th, search crews found Nolan's body on the northwestern side of Horn Island.
Authorities in Mississippi have located a body they believe likely belongs to a teen missing since the 4th of July. 18-year-old Nolan Wells was last seen on Horn Island Saturday. The barrier island is a popular vacation spot. The local sheriff's office says Wells was there with friends for the holiday when he was reported missing.
His body had washed up the shore and Nolan was dead. This discovery obviously had Nolan's family extremely devastated, and this automatically raised a lot of concerning questions that everyone wants the answer to now. Since Nolan's death, several details have become major points of discussion. One involves conflicting witness accounts. Some witnesses were trying to say that Nolan intended to stay on the island. He wanted to be there, but other accounts that Nolan wanted to leave with his original group. Exactly what happened in those final moments remain unclear, and it's so confusing because one witness group says that Nolan wanted to leave and the group he came with says that Nolan wanted to stay. Another issue centers around a video that surfaced online. Investigators have confirmed that they are reviewing the videos that's all been posted online involving Nolan's case. Some reports describe it as showing a heated exchange between the teens. However, authorities have not officially concluded what the video means, and they are not tying it to his death until they have valid evidence to prove so. Then There's Nolan's cell phone. According to his parents, when they eventually examined it, they noticed what to believe unusual gaps in activity. Nolan's parents publicly questioned why expected Snapchat content from the trip wasn't there, and they requested a forensic examination of the device. Although the family wants the phone to be looked into for the investigation, authorities have not linked the phone to his death yet. As questions continue growing, the Wells family hired nationally known civil rights attorney Ben Crump. Crump has called for complete transparency throughout the investigation. The family has also arranged an independent autopsy in addition to the official examination. Their message has remained consistent. They're not asking for people to jump to conclusions. They simply just want answers. Law enforcement has urged patience. Investigators said that they're still interviewing witnesses and they're continuing to review digital evidence. There has been no evidence of foul play so far, but a lot of people online and on social media are jumping to conclusions. We do not know what exactly happened on that day. All we do know is we need an answer. A lot of the storylines are not adding up right now, and it's very unfortunate what happened to Nolan Wells. The Nolan Wells case has quickly become one of the most talked about cases this summer. Not because investigators said it was a crime, but because there's still unanswered questions that everybody wants to know the answer to. His family is still pushing for transparency, investigators continue reviewing evidence, and the public continues waiting for official answers. As more information becomes available, this story will likely continue to develop. Until then, the only thing everyone seems to agree on is that an 18-year-old with his entire future ahead of him has lost his life. If you've been following this case, let me know what you guys think about in the comments down below. If you made it to this point, you might as well subscribe. I greatly appreciate every last one of you guys. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.